Hello, YouTube. This is your girl, Carmen Kaboom. I want to talk about Marcus Samuel being murdered. Did Marcus Samuel know too much? Who knows? Him and God. Only him and God and whoever killed him, right? Someone will ask, who is Marcus Samuel? I'm glad you asked. I was reading this last night on Facebook after I saw the post, and I felt compelled to do a video about it because I really feel really sorry for Marcus Samuel. He's a black man who was a very talented tattoo artist. He was living in Detroit at this time. You know, just like Chicago, Detroit is very much crime infested. And I just feel like Marcus Samuel should have moved out of that city. But when you're in that arena, it's really relatively no place that is safe in this world that you can go, because all of this stuff is tied in together. And excuse me, Marcus Samuel was the owner of a tattoo shop called Penitentiary Tattoos. He was also known as Big Pen, and I'm gonna place this this post on my Carmen Kaboom Facebook page, and you can feel free to go over there and view it at your leisure if you're interested in reading about it and seeing the video that Marcus Samuel posted last October and predicted his death via Facebook Live. And it was very sad to me to watch and listen to him talk about what was going on with him and how these authorities was following him and extorting money from him, and he had to keep paying money while he was also trying his best to fulfill his obligations to child support and maintain, you know, his bills as far as his home and putting gas in his car, transportation, maintenance on his transportation, insurance, and so on and so forth. And he was having a problem trying to maintain that status, and his money was dwindling, but these people who were after him did not care, and basically they were extorting him for money, and he had to pay to continue to play in that arena. And he was so tired, and I just felt so sorry for him. And I commend the people close to him that were helping him financially, and he was planning on paying them back, you know, one by one. And I stayed up a long time this morning watching his Facebook page, and I got a small glimpse of the type of person and the personality that he had and the bright spirit that he had. And, you know, it's really a shame that his life was cut so short by these evil entities, in my opinion, evil entities. And he was also an affiliate of the BMF family, which is the Black Mafia family. And a lot of you may know that there is a movie planned, or a documentary surrounding the BMF enterprises. And I haven't heard much about that in recent months, and I'm wondering what the status is on that. And a lot of people, like Young Jeezy, I haven't heard him mention anything about BMF and the status of it. You know, excuse me, I feel like they are trying to really dismantle the BMF family one by one and get them to turn on each other. But a lot of them are remaining strong and remaining loyal to each other and to the BMF family. And, you know, that's commendable. And, you know, just watching this young man, he looked like he was in his 30s. I think he was in his 30s. And he seemed like to be a loyal, dedicated, kind, fun-loving, and ambitious young man. And it's a shame that he has left his children. He really loved his children, and he was doing everything to spend time with his children. And that's commendable that he would always, no matter what was going on, he always tried to make time, even in the midst of being hunted down and followed like he was by these people. He still tried to maintain a schedule whereas he could find time to spend time with his children. And that is really, really wonderful. And it's a shame that another set of black children have been left fatherless in those regards. And I also feel like, he put too much on social media, like a lot of people oftentimes do. And that was a benefit to those who were following him. He put too much on social media. And it's a shame that, he had a certain level of wealth. But in the end, once again, there's a GoFundMe being set up to help cover his funeral expenses. But I won't really criticize him or his family and friends much for that because, under those circumstances, it is what it is. And I feel like he probably knew too much. And, just like a whole lot of situations, whereas a lot of corruption is involved, and a lot of loyalty ties are involved. A lot of people who are trying to have the upper hand, they don't want to leave a lot of people who know too much hanging around. And, it is what it is, once again. But I feel like he made himself a target to a certain degree by riding around in that loud black Hummer truck with that logo on it, the BMF logo. He was a target, and I'm pretty sure he loved the truck and he loved representing the BMF family, but he made himself a target by riding around in that big ass truck with the BMF logo on it. But he also frequently visited Big Meech. As you know, Big Meech and his brother were the heads of the BMF family, and a lot of people have been advocating for them to be released. And I feel like it's a shame that President Obama would pardon a lot of the people that he pardoned who did way worse crimes than someone such as a Big Meech and his brother. But once again, it's all about who you know and who you're affiliated with, I guess. So he had changed his life. He had been in and out of prison since he was 9 years old. And this last time, he had spent 10 years in prison for manslaughter. And he had recently beat 2 cases and that the law enforcement was trying to pin against him, which he vehemently denied any involvement with. He was saying that they were putting false charges on him and trying to set him up. I believe him. I don't feel like he was lying. And it's just a shame how they did this young man. And this past Monday around 9:45 p.m., they had been following him, and he was coming home when he was gunned down as he got out of his black Hummer SUV. And the gunman fired 6 shots and then drove off. Neighbors heard the gunshots, but they believed it was a paintball gun, reportedly. And sadly, it was a real gun, and Marcus Samuel, was dead. It's really sad. So, you all let me know what you all think about this. And like I said, you're free to go to my Carmen Kaboom fan page on Facebook and view this post yourself and see the video inside of the post, whereas Marcus Samuel is speaking in his own words. He's a very handsome young black man, and may Almighty God serve justice on his behalf, and those responsible for his death be brought to face their crimes. This is really awful. Really, really awful. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Holla at your girl. Peace.